2022, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, 2022. This is how it's going to be. Week 1 of week 17, all the way through January. That's right. Welcome to the Charles in Charge Cowboys Sports Report. Welcome back. I appreciate every one of y'all tuning in. Got a few good points to get to. Love this video. Thought I'd open up with it. Great video. Can't beat this, a pump up video that gets you crunk every time you watch it. In fact, I think the Cowboys should play that in the locker room before every game. Welcome back to the Charles in Charge Cowboys Sports Report, guys. Let me get over here to my little area where I do my thing. It is June 11th, about 3 p.m. Central Time, my time. Channel's growing slowly but surely. I started it November 7th last year. Should have done this years ago. Didn't know much about YouTube. Not really big on social media. Channel's growing slowly but surely. Thanks to every single one of y'all. Please subscribe, like, and share. Last video, over 200 views. Had about 12 subscriptions on that one alone. Please subscribe, guys. Even if you don't watch my video, every time I come out with one, just to help the cause would be great. My first goal is to get to 1,000. I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can make it a monetary channel, switch it up, do live shows and whatnot, and make a little side money talking Cowboys, which has always been a dream of mine. Make a little coin talking Cowboys, and, you know, make it like a little side business. I got a painting business, Charles in Charge Painting Services. So that's why I named this Charles in Charge Cowboy Sports Report. Yeah, please like, subscribe, and share. It means a lot to me. It really does, guys. And then if you like my content and take on things, send it to your friends. You know, that's how it goes. Law Nation's the one that really inspired me to get this going. You know, he's really helped me out through the process. Mark Holmes, too. Mark Holmes been get my back, help me get more subscribers, you know, be on his live shows. One thing I wanted to get to, Philadelphia is they're not going to have minicamp. Guess they don't need it. Guess they're that confident. No minicamp for them. They're just going to do the OTAs and take off, not have minicamp, and then in July start training camp. Looks like Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown off to a rocky start. Not on the same page. Jalen can't seem to get the ball to A.J. Brown. Is this a something we're going to see in the regular season? I'm telling y'all, A.J. Brown is going to become a frustrated wide receiver this season. No matter if a receiver is getting paid top dollar, if he doesn't get involved or if he's not getting his stats, he either checks out mentally of the game or he starts getting real aggravated. Like Keyshawn Johnson on the sideline with Tampa Bay. Give me the damn ball. Or if Terrell Owens wouldn't get the ball for a game or two, he'd start making noise. You know, all them diva guys, Chad Johnson, all them guys, you know, like that. And A.J. Brown is a diva receiver, by the way. I thought that was just kind of funny that they chose not to have minicamp. So on Thursday in OTAs, we had a little scuffle, a little fight between the Vanilla Gorilla and Josh Ball in the trenches. This draft, the guys that we chose for a specific reason, because every single one of them is nasty and has attitude. And that's what we lacked last season. When we were going to play the Niners in the playoff game, a lot of the players admitted they were nervous. The Niners are not. The Niners are physical. The Niners will punch you in the jaw and in the mouth at the same time type team. Um, and that's the way the game went the whole game. We have more talent. Our team was the better team, but their team was more physical and brought it to us. It was only a 6-point game, but it was really dominated by San Francisco. If we didn't get that turnover deep in Niners territory, it would have been a 13-point game opposed to a 6-point game. But I like that. When we drafted the Vanilla Gorilla, he said that he was going to come in here and break some necks. So he's kind of setting the tone in OTAs on physicalness and be nasty. You know, if you get 1 or 2 personal foul penalties because you're setting the tone, go right ahead and do it. As long as you can stop the offense on that particular drive, which I think we will. We had a lot of turnovers last season on defense. We got the ball back to our offense a lot. That's hard to duplicate. I don't think we'll have as many turnovers as we did last year, or takeaways, you could say. But we got everybody coming back except Randy Gregory. This is going to be the second year under the same scheme, under the best defensive coordinator in the NFL besides Bill Belichick. And the players from last year are going to be better this year. J-Ron Curse is who I'm really excited about. Osia Digizua, Neville Gallimore. Man, it's going to be pretty. And we get that attitude on that side of the football, we're going to have top 5 defense. No doubt. No doubt at all. I'm getting a little frustrated right now. We have $23 million in cap room. Next season, you know, it's going to go up a pretty good amount. And then 2024, it's going to go up by about $90 million. We have $23 million sitting there right now. Devontae Bond, the linebacker, who was actually penciled in as a starter, is out for the season now. So that's one more veteran linebacker that we don't have. So we got Micah Parsons, LVE, and Jabril Cox, who is not technically a rookie, but he is because Hardy played last year. Damone Clark, who won't be ready until Thanksgiving if he does play this season. So with Bond getting injured for the year, they need to go out and sign Anthony Barr. He is perfect fit for this scheme. You know, for years, we'd always say that with Jerry Jones running the team, we would never get another ring if Jerry Jones kept doing what he was doing. And then finally he gave up the reins, gave it to Parcells in 2003. Let Parcells run everything, basically. And Bill did a good job. He did a great job for the 4 years he was here. Hell, he's the one that, drafted Jason Witten in the 3rd round in his first season. He's the one that signed Romo as a UDFA. He's the one that drafted DeMarcus Ware, Jay Ratliff, Marcus Spears. A lot of players that played way beyond Parcells' tenure on this team. Bill Parcells basically made this team good for another 10 years after he retired in 2006. Terrell Owens wasn't his idea. That was Jerry Jones. But besides that, he rebuilt this team and just put a lot of stars on it, on his drafting skills. Now, we replaced that with Clayton, who can draft very well also. But Jerry Jones was always, go for it all kind of guy. And the only ones that really cashed in was Charles Haley and Primetime. They were worth the money and the trouble. But, the 2 first-round picks for Galloway tears his ACL in the first game. Didn't really work out. Galloway wasn't really big of a star. trading a first-round pick for Roy Williams in 2008, trying to save that season. Roy Williams was washed up by that time, I guess. Another bad, deal. And we'd always say that if Jerry Jones won't step down and won't hire a GM, we'll never get a ring again. That was in the 90s and the early 2000s. Now, this last decade, Stephen Jones has really been running the show. He's got the opposite approach of his father. He doesn't want to take chances. He doesn't want to make that big signing, that big trade. He wants to draft guys, develop them, and sign them. He wants to be, all in-house. Maybe bring small, cheap, old free agents in here or there. But that's been going on for 10 years now, and that don't really seem to work. Kind of like Rome said on his video, Stephen Jones is trying to save his way to $1 million. As an analogy, save his way to a Super Bowl. So Jerry was to the extreme to where he would spend too much money and take too many chances. And Stephen is the polar opposite to where he doesn't want to do any of that. Even when we have $23 million in cap room, the third most in the NFL right now, have a very good team, and maybe 2 or 3 free agents could be what pushes us over the edge. Devontae Bond's out for the season, and still no call to Anthony Barr. 4-time Pro Bowler out of his 8 seasons. Good relationship with Gus Edwards, guy on the defensive staff. If they could just split the difference, Jerry and Steven, take a look at yourselves. Jerry, big risk taker. Steven, not. Complete opposite. Split the difference, meet in the middle. The way Jerry's done it, his philosophy is to stay safe, draft well, develop, and sign your own guys so you can be good and relevant for a long time. And every season have a chance. The only problem with that is that'll get you an NFC East title, that'll get you in the playoffs, maybe a playoff win. But unless you get on a lucky run like the Bengals did last year or the Eagles in 2017, it's not going to get you to a Super Bowl. To get to a Super Bowl, unless you got an amazing quarterback like Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, somebody like that, you got to spend a little bit of dough and bring in that big guy or two to push you over the top whenever you have a good young team. We have a very good young team. We have 3 guys under 25 in the top 25, and Diggs, Lamb, and Parsons. We got a lot of young talent, but we're not going to win the Super Bowl with a bunch of rookies and second and third year players. We need some good veteran leadership, and these guys still got skills. In the Niners game, in the playoff game, we lost because we could not stop the run up the gut. Debo was just punching it up the gut at will, and they were getting 7-10 yards a carry. If you sign a Ndamukong Suh this offseason, the last 2 teams he's played for went to the Super Bowl. I don't see that as a coincidence because they could stop the run in the playoffs. In 2018, that was our problem. We go to L.A. to play the Rams, and we couldn't stop the run. This time, we're at home against the Niners, and we can't stop the run. It's the only reason why we lost those 2 games. It was an 8-point game against the Rams, 6-point game against the Niners, both NFC West teams, both teams that are physical, like to run the ball. If Steven would just meet in the middle, him and Jerry, just look at his father and himself and say, you know what? I'm way too conservative. My father had no idea of what that was. He was too much of a risk taker. What if we meet in the middle? That might be the winning formula. Let's go out and sign Ndamukong Suh and Anthony Barr this week. Let's do that. So if we get to the playoffs and we up against a team that can run the ball and run the ball up the middle, Ndamukong Suh, even at 35, he still got it, and he will clog up that middle and take up 2 or 3 guys. And then with our young studs, Gallimore, Oskadick, Azua, Chauncey Golston, Carlos Watkins and company, with Sue playing with them, there's not going to be no room to run up the inside. They're going to have to try to run on the outside. And that's where you got Micah Parsons and LVE and Jabril Cox, or hopefully Anthony Barr, that can run sideline to sideline. And then you take down the run, you force them to pass. This season, we're going to have the best safety tandem that we've had since 03 and 07. In 2003, we had Darren Woodson and Roy Williams. Great safety tandem. We were the number 1 ranked defense that year, Bill Parcells' first year. In 07, we had Ken Hamlin and Roy Williams. Great safety tandem. This season, we got J-Ron Curse and Malik Hooker. Curse is going to be a top 5 safety this year, and Malik Hooker will finally play like a first-round pick this season with a second year under Dan Quinn. It's going to be a good pair of safeties with Donovan Wilson as safety number 3 and Marquise Bell, this kid coming out of nowhere, looking like magic in OTAs right now. Aren't you glad we didn't sign for Earl Thomas or trade 2 first-round picks for Jamal Adams and pay them $1 gazillion when we got a hell of a good safety room, hell of a good safety core? Our 2 starters are good, and our backups are good, and I think it's a total of $7 million. We're paying the whole safety core, about $7 million total. Jamal Adams or Earl Thomas alone would have been 4 or 5 times that. So yeah, we dodged bullets not getting Adams or Thomas there. I know we wanted him bad, but it worked out better this way. Do that, and sky is the limit. Sky is the limit, man. I cannot wait for this season, guys. I like the fight on Thursday. In the 90s, when Jimmy Johnson saw a lack of physicality and a lack of tenacity and nastiness, he would go to Michael Irvin because he trusted Michael Irvin. He would go to Michael Irvin and purposely tell Michael Irvin to pick a fight in practice. And James Washington, safety, had a hot head, and so Michael Irvin knew just what to do. And during a play or 2 or during a series, he would get in James Washington's face, maybe, during the play, do something you're not supposed to him, get a penalty, hit him after the play, do something to cause a fight so you can get that heat and that passion in practice. Jimmy Johnson would promote that. He would promote a scuffle in practice to get that blood pumping and get that nastiness and that tenaciousness going on. And that's what I see going on right now in OTAs from what I'm hearing. I like what John Ridgway did. I like that. Get that blood flowing and let the NFL know this is not just a team with talent. This is a team you cannot push around. So we'll see what Steven does now that Bond is out for the season. If we at least bring in Anthony Barr, I'll be happy. At least one free agent. Because I know Steven wants to roll over the whole $23 million. But there's going to be more cap money next year. Saying that you're saving it for CeeDee Lamb and Trayvon Diggs contracts is baloney. Because there's going to be more cap room next year. And there's ways to sign people if you want to sign them. Just look at the Rams. Aaron Donald's making $35 million a year now. Quarterback money, making more than most quarterbacks in the league. He's the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. And they just gave Cooper Kupp the bag. Gave Allen Robinson the bag. Matthew Stafford the bag. Jalen Ramsey the bag. Leonard Floyd the bag. You can make it happen if you want to. There's no such thing as salary cap hell. And you can manipulate it if you want to. So Jerry and Steven, meet in the middle. Split the difference. There's your Super Bowl formula. I believe in that 100%. We spend this $23 million on this season, we're going to go all the freaking way. You bring in Anthony Barr for linebacker support, solidify that linebacking core, bring in Adama Suh to solidify that middle, that run game, and bring in Will Fuller, who has top-end speed, to complete the receiving core. And this team will be the scariest team in the NFL, I guarantee you. We'll be favorites in every game except at the Rams and maybe at Green Bay. Other than that, we'll be favorites in every game. Because week 1 against Tampa, this ain't the same Tampa team that we played last year, where AB beat Anthony Brown all day. Anthony Brown let up like 2 or 3 touchdowns. And they don't have Sue anymore. There's a Gronkowski's not there anymore. Yeah, they're very beatable. And the Bengals, with that Super Bowl hangover, are going to come into Dallas and get baptized. I can tell you that. And then after that, you got the Giants in Washington. And then the big Week 5 game. It'll probably be 4-0 against 4-0 at LA. That'll be fun right there. But, yeah, just a small little tidbit on this video here. Just like the fight at the OTAs. I think it's funny. Philly ain't having no mini camp. Hurts and Brown already off to a rocky start. We're predicting that relationship won't work out. And Steven and Jerry, they split the difference and meet in the middle. That's your Super Bowl recipe. I guarantee you. Guys, please subscribe, like, and share. Mean everything to me. The pinned comment on this video is, do you like the way Jerry Jones did things, or do you like the way Stephen Jones does things? Just type in JJ in the comments or SJ in the comments on who you like running things. Did you like Jerry running things, or did you like Stephen running things? Personally, I'm going to put both. Because I think if both combine, that's a superpower. 2 minds are better than 1. That's about it for this episode. Just, not really a main topic, but just a few things to hit on. But that's it for this episode, guys. Please subscribe, share, and like. If you like the video, it beats the algorithms and pushes the video up. And it's always been a dream of mine to make a little coin talking Cowboys. So my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. So every one of y'all count. Y'all really do, guys. And I really appreciate y'all watching this video from the bottom of my heart, sincerely. Catch y'all on the flip side. Charles in Charge is out.